Every trader enters the market dreaming of freedom, profits, and control. But most end up trapped, not by the charts, but by their emotions. The difference between survival and destruction isn't a secret indicator or a fancy setup. It's a simple habit professionals live by: the stop-loss mindset. A stop-loss isn't just a tool on your screen, it's a shield for your psychology. It's what keeps fear small and confidence alive. Every time you refuse to use it, you're not being bold. You're being blind. You're telling the market, my opinion matters more than risk. But the market doesn't care about opinions. It rewards discipline and punishes denial. The moment you ignore a stop-loss, you trade emotions, not strategy. The green candle looks powerful, and you believe you're in control. Then the red candle hits. Suddenly, you're praying instead of planning. That's not trading. That's hoping. As Paul Tudor Jones said, the most important rule of trading is to play great defense. Professionals survive because they think like defenders, not attackers. They understand that the goal isn't to win every trade. It's to stay in the game long enough to win the right ones. Every successful trader has one superpower: the ability to cut losses early. They'd rather lose $100 now than $10,000 later. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. The stop-loss is their emotional circuit breaker. It stops pride before it becomes panic. Most retail traders do the opposite. They hold losers and close winners. They treat a stop-loss as failure instead of protection. The irony? The refusal to take a small loss is exactly what causes the big one. As Mark Douglas explained in Trading in the Zone, anything can happen. You don't need to know what will happen next. You only need to manage the risk. That's the stop-loss mindset. Accepting that you can be wrong and still be professional. Picture this. Two traders face the same setup. One places a stop, the other doesn't. The trade moves against both. One loses 1%, the other loses everything. The difference isn't luck, it's mindset. The stop-loss isn't a line on a chart. It's a line between ego and evolution. It's where emotional traders fall and disciplined traders rise. Because the market doesn't destroy you, your refusal to protect yourself does. So before you open your next position, ask yourself, are you trading for excitement or survival? In the next phase, we'll dive deep into the hidden psychological traps that make traders ignore stop-losses, and how professionals rewire their minds to protect capital before chasing profit. If you're ready to stop trading like everyone else and start thinking like a professional, hit that subscribe button now and join the trader's mindset, where psychology meets discipline, and traders turn fear into consistency. If every trader knows a stop-loss can save their account, why do most ignore it? It's not strategy. It's psychology. There are invisible mental traps that make traders resist discipline, even when they know it's the right thing to do. Understanding these traps is the first step toward mastering risk, because what you don't control will eventually control you. Trap number 1. The hope trap. Every trader has whispered it. It'll come back. That phrase has destroyed more accounts than bad analysis ever could. Hope replaces logic, turning patience into paralysis. You stop managing risk and start negotiating with it. As Mark Douglas said, if you can learn to accept losses, you'll stop hoping and start executing. The fix? Replace hope with probability. You don't need the market to turn. You need your discipline to hold. Trap number 2. The ego trap. When a trade goes wrong, ego steps in and says, I can't be wrong. Suddenly, you're defending your opinion instead of your capital. Professionals know ego is the most expensive position in trading. As Paul Tudor Jones warned, losers average losers. The fix? Stop trying to be right. Start trying to stay alive. Trap number 3. The fear trap. Some traders don't set stops because they fear the pain of being wrong. Ironically, that fear creates even bigger pain later. A stop loss doesn't confirm failure. It prevents collapse. It's emotional insurance. The fix? Redefine losing. A small, controlled loss is a win for your mindset. Trap 4. The control trap. The human brain craves control, but markets are chaos by nature. Traders watch every candle, believing if they stay alert, they'll avoid danger. But over-control breeds over-trading, and overtrading kills consistency. The fix? Accept uncertainty. As Dr. Brett Steenbarger wrote, the goal isn't control, it's adaptability. These traps feed each other. Hope blinds you, ego fuels denial, fear freezes action, and control creates chaos. The only escape is awareness, seeing the trap before it closes. Professionals don't avoid stop losses because they're smarter. They avoid the traps that make ignoring one feel comforting. That's the stop-loss mindset, letting logic guide emotion, not the other way around. In the next phase, we'll explore how to build emotional control and risk discipline step by step, the system professionals use to stay calm when others panic. When the market crashes, two traders face the same screen. One panics, the other breathes. The difference? Emotional discipline. Every professional trader you admire has one thing in common. They've trained their emotions long before the storm hits. Emotional discipline isn't about suppressing feelings. It's about understanding them before they hijack your decisions. Because fear, greed, and impatience aren't the enemy. Unconscious reactions are. As Mark Douglas wrote, the market is never wrong. Your reaction is. That's where training begins. It's not in the charts or indicators. It's in your mindset. Step 1. Recognize the trigger. When your heart races, your hands shake, and you feel that urge to do something, stop. That's your emotional alarm ringing. Pros know the body reacts before the brain does. They notice the signal, breathe, and wait. That pause, just 3 seconds of awareness, can save thousands of dollars. Step 2. Create emotional distance. Professionals never make decisions inside emotion. They step outside it. They use routines, a walk, journaling, meditation, or even turning off charts for 10 minutes. It's not weakness, it's recovery. Because the calm trader always sees what the emotional trader misses. As Dr. Brett Steenbarger explained, you can't control the market, but you can control the state of mind you bring to it. Step 3. Trust the system, not the feeling. Losing traders follow adrenaline. Winning traders follow structure. A trading plan with clear stop-loss levels eliminates decision chaos. You're no longer asking, should I close now? You're simply executing a rule that was written when you were calm. That's emotional freedom disguised as discipline. Step 4. Post-trade reflection. After every session, pros don't judge profits. They evaluate reactions. They ask, did I trade my plan or my emotion? This habit rewires the brain to seek control, not comfort. Over time, it builds emotional muscle memory, the mindset that stays calm even when charts bleed red. Emotional discipline isn't a trait, it's a training program. Every deep breath, every controlled stop-loss, every reflection. That's a rep in your mental gym. The more you practice, the stronger your calm becomes. Because in trading, your biggest edge isn't prediction, it's composure. The trader who can breathe when others panic will always outlast the crowd. In the next phase, we'll reveal the practical routines professional traders use daily to reinforce emotional discipline, and how you can build your own mental trading plan. Discipline doesn't start when the market opens. It starts long before that. Every professional trader has a secret weapon that most beginners overlook. Routine. Because routine builds rhythm, and rhythm builds control. The stop-loss mindset isn't about one smart decision. It's about training your brain to make the same smart decision every day. Most traders wake up, open their charts, and dive straight into chaos. Pros wake up with a plan. They've trained their mind to act with structure, not impulse. As Paul Tudor Jones once said, where you end up in trading is determined by how well you start your day. And that start begins with a disciplined daily routine designed to keep emotions out and clarity in. Step 1. The morning setup. Before professionals touch a single chart, they center their mind. Some meditate, others journal or review affirmations. The goal isn't motivation, it's neutrality. They enter the market emotionally flat, ready for whatever happens next. They know that the calmest mind makes the clearest decision. Step 2. The pre-market checklist. Pros don't trade feelings, they trade systems. They review key levels, risk per trade, open positions, and stop-loss placements. Their plan is written, not imagined. That single act transforms chaos into control. Because if you plan your trade, you never have to panic during it. Step 3. The mid-session reset. Every trader hits emotional fatigue. Professionals take breaks before emotion takes control. They walk away from screens, breathe, stretch, or simply close their eyes for 5 minutes. It's not wasted time, it's emotional recovery. That's how they stay sharp when others burn out. Step 4. The end-of-day review. After the market closes, professionals don't just count money, they count behavior. They open their journals and ask one powerful question. Did I trade my plan or my emotion today? Over time, this ritual rewires their psychology. They stop chasing results and start mastering process. These small routines might seem ordinary, but they're what separate amateurs from professionals. Discipline isn't a burst of willpower. It's the repetition of calm actions that build trust between your plan and your emotions. The stop-loss mindset thrives on structure, because when your day is predictable, your performance becomes powerful. So, before your next trade, build the foundation first. Not just the setup on your chart, but the setup in your mind. In the next phase, we'll reveal the myths about discipline and control that secretly sabotage traders, and how to replace them with truths that make consistency effortless. Most traders think discipline means forcing yourself to behave perfectly. But the truth is, that belief is exactly what keeps them losing. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about protection. And most traders confuse the two. Let's break down the biggest myths about trading discipline and reveal what professionals actually do differently. Myth number 1. Discipline means no emotions. Reality. Every trader feels fear and greed, even the pros. The difference is, professionals act despite emotion. They don't suppress feelings, they manage reactions. As Dr. Brett Steenbarger says, you can't eliminate emotion, but you can train your response to it. When you learn to feel without reacting, discipline becomes your strength, not your struggle. Myth number 2. Discipline means controlling the market. Reality. You can't control the market, only yourself. Retail traders obsess over charts, trying to predict every move. Professionals accept uncertainty. Their confidence comes from structure, not control. They understand that unpredictability is normal. Panic isn't. Myth number 3. Discipline means being rigid. Reality. Real discipline is flexible. Pros adapt their strategy when the market changes. They have rules, but not walls. Rigidity breaks under pressure. Adaptability bends and survives. As Mark Douglas said, consistency is a function of your mindset, not your system. That mindset thrives on awareness, not stubbornness. Myth number 4. Discipline is a one-time skill. Reality. Discipline isn't something you get, it's something you maintain. It's a muscle that needs daily reps. Skipping one review, one journal, or one stop-loss builds cracks in the system. The small lapses become emotional leaks that cost big later. Myth number 5. Discipline kills creativity. Reality. Discipline gives creativity a safe space to thrive. When risk is managed, your brain is free to think clearly, spot patterns, and innovate. Chaos kills clarity. Structure fuels it. That's why pros say, rules create freedom. Here's the truth. Discipline isn't punishment. It's preparation. It's not a restriction. It's a foundation. And once you stop treating discipline as a burden, it becomes your edge. Because the market doesn't reward excitement. It rewards consistency. And consistency isn't built on emotion. It's built on the quiet confidence that comes from doing the right thing, even when no one's watching. In the next and final phase, we'll bring everything together. How to transform the stop-loss mindset, emotional discipline, and daily habits into a state of trading mastery. Trading mastery isn't about finding the perfect strategy. It's about becoming the kind of person who can follow any strategy with precision. Because the truth is, the market doesn't reward intelligence. It rewards emotional control. And that control begins the moment you accept one simple fact. Discipline isn't about restriction. It's about freedom. Every losing trader tries to fight the market. Every winning trader fights themselves, their impulses, their pride, their emotions. The real battle isn't on the chart. It's in your mind. When you win that battle, the profits follow naturally. As Mark Douglas said, the consistency you seek is in your mind, not in the market. That's why professional traders focus on process, not prediction. They don't chase green candles, they chase clarity. They don't react to fear, they respect risk. They don't try to avoid losses, they manage them with grace. The stop-loss mindset is more than a trading tactic. It's a philosophy of survival. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your next trade won't destroy your account or your peace. It's the mindset that transforms chaos into control. But discipline alone isn't enough. It must evolve into mastery. Mastery happens when discipline becomes instinct, when your decisions follow structure automatically, when stop losses aren't reminders but reflexes, when calmness isn't practiced but natural. That's the level where professionals live, not reacting, not fearing, just flowing. It's where your trading journal turns into a mirror of growth, where every small controlled loss feels like victory because it means your system works, where you no longer depend on luck, motivation, or mood, only on preparation. As Paul Tudor Jones once said, trading is not about being right, it's about managing risk and staying alive. That's the ultimate goal. Not to win every trade, but to stay alive long enough to win the right ones. Because trading isn't a sprint, it's a lifelong conversation between your discipline and the market. So, the next time you sit before the chart, remember, your stop loss protects your capital, but your mindset protects your career. If you're ready to stop chasing the market and start mastering yourself, hit that subscribe button now and join the trader's mindset. Comment below. I choose discipline over chaos, because real traders don't predict the future. They prepare for it.